Hey everybody, welcome to another beer review on Cheer to Beers. On this review we're looking at a kind of special beer I got a trade from Head Beer Reviews. Make sure you check his videos out. This is from the brewery called Foothills. They are in North Carolina and they make sexual chocolate, barrel-aged sexual chocolate. That's the biggest one I think people know about that they make. They also make a, I thought I had one, but yeah, they make a, I don't know if you can see it over there, but it's a, an IPA that I've had. They make a lot of beers, but I've had a couple of them, and this was, I think, is the third one. I've had Sexual Chocolate, I've had Hoppy Yum, their IPA, and this is their bourbon barreled People's Porter. Now they make a regular version of this, and this is aged in 20-year-old bourbon barrels. It's a regular People's Porter aged in those barrels. So I haven't had the regular People's Porter, but I'm really excited to try the barrel aged version. As you can see in the pour, it's pretty much stout dark. Dark as night. You can't see anything through it, except the head is really mocha. Pretty huge head for this kind of beer. It it kind of looks like Coca-Cola almost from the head, but the color is just black. I mean, I can't even get anything out of this. Let's go ahead and give it a smell. Huge bourbon characteristics, huge vanilla notes. This beer smells awesome so far. Yeah, you get this just a great combination of woody, bourbon, vanilla characteristics all blending well together. And you can smell that porter somewhere in there. It's just a hint of it, but that bourbon really takes over in this beer. But it's a really deep wood, vanilla, sweet smelling beer that has that great bourbon oak smell so far. It just smells really good. Okay, let's do this. I'm ready. People's Porter, barrel-aged People's Porter from Foothills Brewery. Let's go. Definitely interesting. I don't think the ABV is really high on this beer. Yeah, it's only 6% oak bourbon barrels. Yeah, 42 IBUs. Definitely, you can tell it's only that 6%, and it drinks just like a porter would. The mouthfeel is very light. It's pretty carbonated. And you get a little bit of bitterness actually on your tongue as you're drinking the beer. And those the porter comes through a lot more in the taste. Up front I was just all getting barrels, but now I'm starting to get those porter characteristics that I was looking for. Yeah, it's pretty, it's kind of blended. The taste is almost a little bit all over the place. You are getting some of those porter characteristics. You're getting a little bit of those barrel characteristics, but the smell is really where you're getting a lot of the barrel. You're not getting a ton of it in the taste. But guys, let me sip on this one for a little while. Probably let it warm up too. Maybe finish most of this bottle. But I'm going to come back with my final thoughts and my rating on Foothills Bourbon Barrel Aged People's Porter. And back with my final thoughts and my rating on Barrel Aged People's Porter from Foothills Brewery. This one, guys, is interesting. It's a little bit what I expected from it, a little bit not. If you saw my review on Chad's Beer Reviews of the other whiskey porter I had, it was from Elevator Brewery at Horny Goat, and it was all whiskey. It was like Diet Coke, Jack and Coke basically, beer, Jack and Coke beer basically. It was all whiskey. It was still a pretty good beer, but it just had, it was all whiskey. It didn't have any characteristics, and I think I gave that a 7. This one definitely has some more porter characteristics. The nose is obviously all bourbon barrel. The taste is more of that, porter, and then some of that oak, oak and that wood, and then the bourbon flavor from the bourbon barrel. But it's really not anything it's really crazy, I guess you would say. It's still really good, and I like it a lot. I think with porters though, it's that light mouthfeel that doesn't seem to fit well with that bourbon barrel aging. You almost want a thick mouthfeel for that. You want a thick, viscous stout or something that ages in that bourbon. So I like these ideas, and this one is actually going to get a good rating. I'm going to give a bourbon barrel aged People's Porter an 8 out of 10. Definitely a solid beer. I'd recommend it to anyone. If you want a bourbon barrel beer that you can just, it's kind of easy to drink, and you can sip it down pretty quick, and it's good, and you want a lot of flavor, and you like that bourbon characteristic, and you want, a lighter porter, This is perfect. It's great. You know, one beer I keep thinking back in my head, you know, porters is Founders Porter and Edmund Fitzgerald Great Lakes Porter. Those two beers, if they barrel age those beers, those, I mean, they're already 10 out of 10, so, you know, they would be off the charts. Amazing beers. I just think some of these porters are a little too thin to be barrel aging. They still are great beers, but I just want a little bit thicker of a mouthfeel on the beer. This one's still an awesome beer. Still go pick it up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, guys. Up at the top, you can probably see it. And, you know, check me out. I try to post 3 videos a week, and I try to do beer reviews. I'm going to probably start doing some other reviews, some other drinks on another channel soon, but who knows. I'm trying to mix it up, trying to do as much as I can. I hope you guys are enjoying the videos. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of this beer. And until next time, cheers.